All right, Chargers Nation, buckle up. Today's got that electric vibe, and I'm bringing you a storm of news that'll jolt your heart. We're diving into roster shakeups, game-changing decisions, and Jim Harbaugh's master plan. It's all about drama, hope, and that bolt-up spirit. Want to know how this sets us up for a Super Bowl run? Grab a seat, smash that like button, hit subscribe with the bell on, and let's dive into these bombshells. Which story is going to spark the most heat? Drop it in the comments. Picture the roar at SoFi Stadium, but here's the question buzzing. What if an old friend came back to supercharge our offense? Yep, Austin Ekeler, the guy who once powered our ground game, is being floated for a Chargers reunion. Anthony Palacios from Last Word on Sports dropped this bombshell. With Ekeler possibly getting cut by the Washington Commanders, Harbaugh might bring him back to beef up the roster. But why? We've already got Najee Harris and 2025 draft gem Omarion Hampton, so what's the deal? Ekeler's not just a running back, he's a dual-threat beast. With 440 catches and 69 total touchdowns over 7 years with us, he's one of the NFL's best pass-catching backs. That's music to Justin Herbert's ears, as Ekeler would be a massive upgrade over Kamani Vidal as the third down back. Harbaugh loves a bruising run game, but he knows versatility wins tight games. An Ekeler return could bring that clutch factor on passing plays, the kind that flips scoreboards in crunch time. But hold up, it's not all sunshine. Fans are torn. Some still hold a grudge from Ekeler's 2022 trade request and his spicy podcast comments recently. Would he come back with a chip on his shoulder? Or does that bad blood run too deep? Palacios mentioned the Saints, Cowboys, and Ravens as other options. But the Chargers are the juiciest fit. It'd likely be a short-term deal with Hampton as the future. The instant impact? Huge. Picture Herbert hitting Ekeler on a clutch third down play. Strategically, depth is king in the NFL. Injuries hit hard, and Ekeler as insurance would be a genius move. But the cost and drama could be steep. Does Harbaugh roll the dice or stick with the young guns? Fans are buzzing on X about this, and I want to hear you. Would you welcome Ekeler back, or is it time to move on? While we're chewing on that, brace yourself, because the next story is going to shake things up even more. And while we're still reeling from that potential blockbuster, another saga's got Chargers Nation scratching their heads. What's the deal with Quentin Johnston? Our 2023 first-round pick, nabbed at number 21, is at a crossroads. Matt Holder from Bleacher Report didn't hold back, calling Johnston the Chargers' worst draft pick in 5 years. He even redrafted for us, picking Zay Flowers from the Ravens instead. Imagine Flowers' speed alongside Herbert, McConkey, Trey Harris, and Mike Williams. That'd be a nightmare for defenses. Johnston's not a total bust. He racked up 55 catches, 711 yards, and 8 touchdowns last season. Solid, right? But those dropsmen? Those drops? They're torching fans' patience and trending as memes on X. Every missed catch feels like a gut punch. With Mike Williams back and Trey Harris, a second-round pick, joining the squad, Johnston's role is shrinking. He's looking at a number 3 receiver spot at best. That's massive pressure for a guy meant to be a game-changer. Harbaugh demands reliable receivers, and Johnston's got to step up fast. If he doesn't shine in 2025, the bust label will stick like glue. Fans are split. Some think he's got breakout potential. Others are done waiting. On X, I've seen calls for more chances for the kid, while others dream of what Flowers could have done. Truth is, Johnston's on thin ice. He's got the talent, but does he have the grit? Can he silence the haters, or is he another draft miss? The stakes for the season are clear. If Johnston flops, our receiver depth takes a hit, and Herbert leans harder on McConkey and Williams. But if he balls out, he could be the spark our offense needs. As we root for him to click, hold tight, because the next news is going to mess with the backbone of our squad. The Chargers' offensive line is turning into a juggernaut, but one piece might be on the chopping block. Harbaugh's building a smash-mouth attack with Joe Alt, a first-round stud, and Mekhi Becton, fresh from the Super Bowl champion Eagles. But what about Trey Pipkins? The former starter's in hot water. Alex K. from Bleacher Report predicts he could be cut before the season. Why? At a $7 million base salary and after a shaky 2024, Pipkins is an expensive backup. Cutting him saves $6, $75 million in cap space, with just $2.5 million in dead money. Pipkins, a 2019 third-rounder, has 56 career starts but never won over the fan base. Last year, he switched to guard, gave up 6 sacks, and earned a dismal 57.8 Pro Football Focus grade. Fans on X are vocal. Some want him to get a shot as a swing tackle, others say free up the cash for bigger moves. Harbaugh's obsessed with a dominant line and has little patience for mediocrity. If Pipkins gets the boot, guys like Jamari Salyer or Corey Stewart could step up as versatile backups. The impact? A leaner, meaner line frees up money for, say, a secondary boost or offensive depth. But losing Pipkins is risky. Depth matters, and injuries can expose weaknesses. Kay says Pipkins would draw interest league-wide as a veteran tackle. Could he thrive elsewhere? Fans are torn. Is it worth cutting a vet for cap space, or do we need him to protect Herbert? As we wrestle with that, brace yourself, because the next bombshell's gonna hit harder. And just when you thought the shocks were done, here's one to rattle Chargers Nation. Najee Harris, our new running back on a 1-year deal, might not even suit up in blue and gold. You heard that right. Christopher Knox from Bleacher Report is doubling down, predicting the Chargers could trade Harris before he plays a snap. With the Cowboys and Steelers as top landing spots, why? Drafting Omarion Hampton at number 22 in 2025 screams that he's the future of our ground game. Is Harris just a placeholder? Harbaugh's all about a punishing run game, and Harris, with his durability, was picked over J.K. Dobbins, who ran for 905 yards last year. But Hampton, a rising star, could steal the show as a rookie. Fans on X are losing it. Some say Harris is key to mentoring Hampton. Others see a trade as a chance for draft picks or defensive help. Pittsburgh, where Harris racked up 1,000-yard seasons, misses him, and their OC Arthur Smith admitted his absence hurts. But let's be real. Trading Harris would be wild. He brings proven production, something Hampton's still building. Why ditch a guy who guarantees yards? Harbaugh's plan hinges on depth and power in the run game. Losing Harris could weaken that, especially if Hampton's not ready to carry the load. But a smart trade could land assets for other needs. So do you trust Harbaugh's vision? Or is Harris untouchable? As that debate rages, let's wrap this up, because the finale's gonna hit like a lightning bolt. Chargers Nation, what a ride! From Ekeler's potential comeback, to a shocking Harris trade rumor, Johnston's make-or-break moment, and Pipkins' uncertain future, our team's future is electric. Harbaugh's building a powerhouse, but every move's a gamble with big rewards. Will Ekeler reignite the spark? Can Johnston prove the doubters wrong? Is Pipkins out, or does he stay? In Harris, core piece or trade bait? The bolt-up's alive and buzzing. Which stories got you hyped or stressed for the season? Drop your hot takes in the comments, smash that like, and subscribe to keep the charge going.